Hey everyone, I'm Brian Parks and welcome to another video. In this video, I want to talk about whether on-sites will replace the concept of off-site meetings. So what are off-site meetings? In the past, when people went to the office, it was common for specific strategic meetings to be termed off-sites, and basically a management team or a department would get a room at a local hotel, conference room, or go on a hike somewhere or a retreat, something like that, to do an off-site meeting. The concept being that by going to a different location, that change of scenery kind of sparks something in the brain, sparks some creativity. All founded in science, all good things. I personally have never been a real fan of offsites because I feel like if you have to go offsite to feel that creative energy and to be able to think in a different way, then your office probably isn't the best setup that it could be. Um, you know, but opinions aside, debates aside, offsites are a thing, and they're very common, especially in larger companies. So obviously that makes sense when you have a bunch of people working most of the time, most of the work days in an office, and then have people change scenery to some place that isn't the office. But obviously we're all working from home, or most of us are working from home now. So will that change? I think it will. I think a lot more people will work from home either because of company policy. They might move to a fully distributed workforce. Everybody works from home. Or some people might choose to work from home. A lot more people might choose to work from home because they realize that they have that flexibility and they found a way to be productive, without having to physically go to an office. And I think you can be productive working from home. Some of my earliest videos on this channel are all about working from home and some tips for that. Um, and the important part being that you have a dedicated workspace for you working from home. But there are still going to be offices, right? Companies are still going to have offices. And in my last video, which I'll leave linked down below, I talk about what I think the office of the future is going to feel like. Not necessarily look like, but feel like and be like, and how we're going to interact with the office. And I mentioned that I think it's going to become more of an entertaining space. So entertaining clients, entertaining prospects. And as part of that, entertaining employees as well. Not in terms of, show a movie, that sort of thing, but if there's a need to bring a bunch of people together to have really fast collaboration, take them out of their normal scenery to kind of spark those creative juices, I think offices will be a great place to do that because a majority of people will not be in the office most of the time, so it really will be a change of scenery for them. I think this will also cut down on costs for companies. So I think there's an advantage there. Not just this is not just academic, but I think companies not having to pay for a hotel conference room and using space that they already have built out in the office. I think that'll be a huge cost saver because they're already paying for it. Even if you have to fly people in from wherever, if you're running a global company or a national company, at least, you're probably already paying for travel to bring people in to go to these offsite meetings. If you bring people in to go to the office for an onsite meeting, you're only paying for travel. You don't have to pay for the the venue for your offsite meeting. So I think the onsite is going to become a thing, and I think it's an opportunity to be really cool because if you're building out your office as this entertaining space, you can theme it, your company's colors, your company's brand, your company's feel to kind of guide the conversations. So not only are you creating a space where everybody can be creative, but you're also creating a space where they can be creative in the more or less the same direction that the company's been going. And yes, we could argue whether or not that's a good thing, especially if you're trying to figure out a pivot, sure. But I think there's an advantage to being surrounded by something that's somewhat familiar, but still a change of scenery. Because when you go to the hotel, that's typically a very bland layout. If you want to put banners on the wall or anything like that, you have to bring them all with you. You have a very limited time to set up. It's someone else's space. You're using someone else's space, so it automatically isn't going to feel like your own space. So I think there are a few different reasons why an on-site meeting might be a good alternative to an off-site meeting, especially if your workforce is mostly remote. So those are my thoughts on that. If you have other ideas, go ahead and leave a comment below. If you think I'm totally off base here, definitely leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the matter. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like this video if you like this sort of content. Some of you are probably looking for more of the technical content. I do have a few videos lined up along those lines, but I probably won't get to them for another couple weeks. Unfortunately, some things are going on. I'm kind of busy right now, and those technical videos do take a little bit more time than just me talking to a camera. But go ahead, like this video, subscribe, go ahead and check out some of the other videos. I'll leave links to a few of them in the description below. And share this with your friends. Thanks for watching.